you guys about Alzheimer's disease. I'm going to share some personal experiences I've had with the disease. I'm going to tell you about the disease itself, and then most importantly, I'm going to tell you about what you can do to help end Alzheimer's. Growing up, I was very close with my grandmother. I used to go over to her house every other weekend, and she used to save quarters throughout the week so that when I came over, we could go to Aladdin's Castle at Midway Mall in Elyria, Ohio, so I could play NBA Jam. And so when I was getting ready to graduate, I really wanted her to see me graduate from Southeast High School. And so we flew her in from Ohio. And as soon as she got here, we realized something wasn't right. And it really became apparent to me when I used to have my room down in the basement. And one day she went to my parents and she said, "Who's the big guy living in the basement?" She'd forgotten who I was. And I really battled with that for a while, but I kind of realized that Alzheimer's, it doesn't matter. I could have spent one day with her or every day of my life with her, and it wouldn't matter. She would have forgot who I was anyway. So what is Alzheimer's? Alzheimer's is a form of dementia that causes problems with memory, thinking, and it also affects your personality. There are over 5 million people in America right now who are living with Alzheimer's, and that number is expected to triple by 2050. And every year, 500,000 people die from the disease. 1 in 3 seniors will get Alzheimer's. It is the 6th leading cause of death in the United States right now. And out of the 10 leading causes of death, it is the only disease that doesn't have any treatment or cure. In Alzheimer's, everyone suffers, not just the patient. All that we have is our personality and our memories. And when that is erased, we're a shell. And everyone in the family suffers from that. So it sounds like a terrible disease, right? Like Obama should be in the office right now making an executive order for millions of dollars in research, right? That's not the case. Seth Rogen, earlier this year, went to the Senate to try and petition them to give more money for Alzheimer's. And this is what he was greeted with. 2 senators showed up for his speech. 2. This needs to change. The administration recently, earlier this year, asked for $6 billion for Ebola research. There has only been 10 cases in America of Ebola, and only 2 people have died. That's an 80% survival rate. There's a 0% survival rate for Alzheimer's. So what can you do about it? You can contact your representatives. They're right there. The easiest way is to donate. There's a couple of reputable places like the Association for Alzheimer's and Seth Rogen's Foundation of Hilarity for Charity. And the other thing you can do is advocate. I'm doing that right now. There's a walk to end Alzheimer's that was at Southwind Park on September 22nd. I went to that. You can just talk to your family members, talk to your mother, talk to your father, talk to your sisters. Anything that gets the politicians to notice. The more noise we make, the more likely it will be that they'll listen to us. So, why do I do this? And the answer is, when my grandmother was in her final days in the nursing home, me and my family went to go visit her, and we all took turns going up to her and saying our goodbyes, basically. And I went up, and I kissed her on the forehead, and I sat next to her and I held her hand, and I looked into her eyes, and I noticed that she didn't know who any of us were. She didn't know who any of us were. My father became nameless to the woman who named him. And that's why I do this. Because everybody in this room has a name, everybody in this room has a history, and everybody in this room deserves to be remembered. So when you go home today, I'm going to pass out a flyer. It's got all the contacts. It's got places where you can donate. And if you can, contact them. If you don't have time, you can just donate. And if you're all college students, so you probably don't have a lot of money. So just go home, talk to your parents, talk to your sisters, your brothers, your classmates, your professors in other classes. But don't just do it for my grandmother, and don't just do it for my friend's grandmother. Do it for your parents, do it for yourselves, and do it for your future children. Thank you.